the thing is, when you play for Barcelona, the expectation is so high that if you don't win the league and the Champions League, or win the league and the cup, then people are like, oh my God, what happened? So the team last year won the cup, didn't win the Champions League, as we know, didn't win the league. So for a lot of teams, it would have been great, but for Barcelona, it is not enough. But I always say, you know, for me, I see the team, you cannot win every year. It's very difficult. So you find yourself in a situation where other teams also are looking like, oh, we have enough of Barcelona winning. So they're trying to do something about it. So Barcelona is going to have to respond this year. But, you know, I always say to people, you know, if you like football, if you like football, you like Barcelona. For me, it goes together. I mean, when people say that to me that, oh, I don't really like Barcelona, I said, then you don't like football. It's pretty simple. I understand the rivalry thing sometimes, and I get, okay, cool. But if you like football, you need to like Barcelona. But one thing that I see, you know, from obviously Luis Enrique was the coach last year, and now is Valverde. Things have changed, but last year, you know, they were changing sometimes the tactics throughout the game, 4-4-2, when they were defending. I'm talking about the game in Santiago Bernabeu. On the ball, 2-6-2. Off the ball, 4-4-2. They were trying to find ways to make sure that they could catch the team at the top. It didn't happen. Like I said to you, you know, you cannot always win. But I see the team still being the team. You know, they were there and about, challenging to win the league up until the end. I still have the memory of the game against Paris Saint-Germain. I mean, it was an amazing game, amazing moment, and again, it happened at the Camp Nou. But I see the team good. We're talking about the same thing. You know, the three guys up front, they're just scary. You know, the way they play, goals, assists to each other. You know, it's very difficult to stop them. And like I said to you, when one is not scoring, people are asking why, reason why they're not scoring. But listen, they've been amazing for a very long time, and hopefully for the club next year they can be also successful. As you can imagine, because I played, obviously there, people always want to know. They're like, how is it, what it is, and I always said to them, listen. We can talk about the trophies, we can talk about how the team plays, we can talk about a lot of stuff, but I always talk to them about the academy. I always talk to them about the academy. I always talk to them about how a team can be so dominant in the world of football and dominant, winning trophies with it, style of play, with players from the academy. And I always say to them, if you take some teams in the world that are successful right now, that have been successful also, they have been successful, with all due respect, it's amazing, don't get me wrong, but not a lot of them have been successful with players from the academy. And that's always something that I try to talk about. In my time, at one point, Barcelona were not going in the Champions League anymore. You know, I remember the time of La Coruña, Valencia, you know, and other teams. You couldn't see Barcelona going back in the Champions League, and maybe you were maybe seeing them more going a certain way that wasn't the way it is now. So people that see Barcelona now need to understand that it was a project for the future. La Masia, let's create talents and obviously bring also talents from time to time. And little you know, that little idea, that little plan, that little structure, that little project brought that team to where they are right now. But it is, you know, sometimes you need to have a bad moment in your time to be able to go forward. And that's what happened at Barcelona. So, you know, building success doesn't only happen like that. It doesn't only also happen because of money. You know, if you can build success with what you have in and around you, then in bracket money will come. Like it is now, is one of the, you know, best team in the world in terms of what the incomes is. So it is just amazing. I always try to talk about the stuff that people cannot kind of straight away see.